it's Dr. Lei Wang. In this video, we're going to talk about how to write professional emails to your professors. You might be wondering, why do I need to learn how to write an email? I can just ask AI. Well, believe it or not, it can be a really good skill to have and a good practice while you're in school. In the US, email communication is still the dominant way to communicate when you're in undergrad, master's, and doctorate, so having the skills to do so can be really helpful. Writing a clear, direct email can be a way to leave a positive impression with your professors and get a faster response. Next thing to consider is your subject line. You want to be as concise and direct as possible so that it can communicate what you're requesting in a very short time. Professors often get a lot of emails throughout the day, so you just want yours to be able to not get buried in their mailbox. For example, if you're asking about an assignment for a certain class, put that in the subject line. Professors often teach a lot of different classes, so it can just be helpful for them to better prioritize which emails to respond to in that way. You start the email, make sure that you're greeting them with, "Hi, Dr. or Professor so-and-so." Definitely don't start the email with, "Hey." It's not a text message, so make sure there's some sort of formality in your email. When the professor responds, usually they'll sign off their email in a way that they prefer to be called. But definitely don't assume that everybody is okay with a first name basis. So I would recommend being more conservative and starting with their title and then their last name, and only use their first name when invited. Be sure to give some context about what this email is, maybe by introducing who you are and mention which class you're in, which section you're in. So for example, you can say, "My name is Lei. I am in your Psychology 101 Section 2 class." Next thing is to be clear and concise about what you're asking for. So it could be, "I wanted to confirm the deadline for this assignment," or requesting to meet with them if you have questions that maybe warrant a longer discussion. You can even ask them, "I'm a little unsure if my assignment is written in the right direction. Would you be open to providing me with feedback?" A good practice is to, when you're trying to schedule a time to meet with the professor, offer up some times that you have. Or if you're asking them for feedback about a particular assignment, go ahead and attach it in that first email so that they could just, if they want, they can just look at it. This way it'll minimize the back and forth. To end the email, be polite, maybe say thank you, maybe say "I look forward to your response," and then sign your name. Usually I would recommend that you don't wait until the last minute to email a professor. Plan ahead. Give them some time to respond, and if they don't respond within, like, let's say 3 days, go ahead and follow up with them. Sometimes emails just get lost because of maybe the professor being in meetings and classes all day, so don't be afraid to follow up to ask a question. Also, don't assume that professors will respond outside of working hours, so just make sure that you give yourself some time for a response. Remember, emails are also a way to show that you're engaged in class and that you're communicative, so treat it as a formal way of contacting your instructor or professors.